Let's talk about entrepreneurship. Specifically, is it for you? So there was someone on Threads who asked, do you think entrepreneurship is for everyone? Why or why not? No. The answer is no. It isn't for everybody. People are lazy. And if you are aiming to be your own boss, you will work harder than you ever could at any job. Why? Because you do everything. Marketing, outreach, sales calls, product fulfillment, customer service, bookkeeping, market research, etc., etc., etc. You do everything. You only get to outsource all of that when your business is making enough money to pay both you and the people you hire. Then you've got people to manage, KPIs to create and track, and on and on and on the snowball goes. People think being an entrepreneur means driving a supercar and staying in nice hotels and lavish locations and working from a laptop. We've all seen those fucking videos. What they don't realize is that everything that I just typed comes first. And you get the dream life once the company can run itself with minimal oversight from you. Even then, you still have to work. So, until you get to that point, be prepared to work your natural ass off. I think a lot of people get this wrong. There are a lot of individuals in the world. We know who these types are. Who they will have a YouTube channel, and then they will make some money from the YouTube channel, and then they'll sell a course. How to make $500 a day with an online business from your laptop, 4 hours a week. Brav. Business is endless amounts of work. Endless. Simply endless. You're learning how to make a website. You're learning how to create a product. You're learning how to do product fulfillment. You're learning sales. You're learning how to talk to people. You're learning how and why certain things work and certain things don't. You're learning marketing so that people actually see your business. You're trying to learn effective marketing. It's not just putting your business name in front of somebody. You have to actually provide them a reason to buy from you, etc., 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 etc. You learn all of this when you're a solopreneur. You learn all of this when you are an entrepreneur. You learn all of this when you run your own business. You have to. And the people that outsource these things are typically people who are running smaller businesses and they just simply don't want to do it anymore. Some people will outsource their marketing to a marketing agency. Some people will outsource their bookkeeping. Some people will outsource this. Some people will outsource that. Because really they wanted to just make a bloody pie. They wanted to run a pie shop. That's all they wanted to do. They did not want all of the back-end stuff that goes into running a business. And it's also why most businesses, small businesses, startups, fail. Is because people think, it's not that hard. Brother, it is. And it's not that it's impossible, it's just extremely difficult to run a business successfully. Does that mean that it's not for you? Well, it depends on your level of work ethic. If you like the idea of having that much of a constant challenge on your shoulders, get in there, go for it, do it. But understand, you probably don't want to quit your job first. The reason I say that is because it's going to be a hell of a long time before you actually get money in. It's going to be a hell of a long time before you probably see any real traction with the business. So what I would recommend is if you do have a job, keep the job. And any spare time you have, use it on the business. Think you don't have time? Brother, you do. Look at your screen time and cut it to zero. Literally zero. If you work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, work on the weekends, work outside of work, work outside of training, work outside of making food and actually taking a shower. How many hours a week do you typically get with that? Well, if you threw 104 days a year at something, you'd probably get pretty damn good at it. That's just the weekends. Or your days off if you work weekends. You always get 2 days off a week if you're working a full-time job. And if you're working a part-time job, even better. You've got more time. Stop playing video games and jerking off. If you really want to run a business, you have to try. You have to work endlessly. There is no finish line with this sort of thing. There's always something to do in business. So going back to the start of this video and what I wanted to talk about, are you prepared for entrepreneurship? It's not, is it for you? It is, are you prepared for the challenges you're going to face as an entrepreneur? Are you prepared for the challenges you're going to face running your own business? Are you prepared to work your natural ass off for years, 5, 10 years before you see any real success? Because if you're not, this ain't for you, mate. Now, can that be disheartening? Yes, but by the same token, you have to understand something. You can do it. You need only choose to. You can do these things. You need only decide to do these things. There are a lot of people in this world who feel that you have to have some special gene to be an entrepreneur, to be a successful businessman or businesswoman. No, you don't. You just need to choose to work, and to work a lot. Does that mean you're going to have to sacrifice video games and drinking and partying and time on social media and blah, 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 blah? Yes. Yes, it does. But if you want that success bad enough, that won't be a problem for you. It's all a choice. You can do it. Is it for everyone, though? Well, it depends. How often are they willing to make that choice? So I suppose the answer really is not necessarily are you ready to be an entrepreneur, or do you have it in you to be an entrepreneur? Because you do have it in you. The question really becomes, how bad do you want it? Because you have it in you. But how much are you willing to try? Okay? Okay. My name is Christopher Strobach. I get on here and I rant about anecdotal mindsets that I happen to have that I've found are extremely useful to me. My hope is that they're extremely useful to you. If you found any value in anything that I just said, the only thing that I ask is that you make use of it. If you want to connect with me, talk to me, message me, anything along those lines, there's buttons in the description. You can click the buttons. You cannot click the buttons. I don't really care. What I do care about is that you get after it, kick some ass, and I will see you next time.